but the world around us is moving much faster. And the world of opportunities is also moving much faster than we are. I think what we do require in the financial sector now is some bold ideas and some bold leadership, which says, let's work, as my colleague has been saying, let's work outside of the normal parameters and begin to prepare for a very different kind of future, a future where we should have already thought out what's the institutional arrangement for cross-border and multi-country participation, because we're one of the more divided continents, 54 countries. Not every one of us is going to have a stock exchange and a bond market and so on and so on. So for the next 10 years, shouldn't we be starting to talk about an arrangement which perhaps aligns ourselves with the regional formations and start creating the kind of institutions that will give us the leverage that we actually require? So that's the first point. The second is that we should be proactive about selling ourselves better. Ratings agencies still see us as the dark continent, whether we like it or not. And it's going to take us a long time for people sitting in Europe or in New York or elsewhere to begin to realize the real potential we have and the real capabilities we have. So cultural mindsets don't change overnight, despite the fact that many of our people run to New York and London and Frankfurt all the time. And there's a fundamental change that's required in ratings agencies in terms of how they perceive Africa and African institutions and how they perceive risk in our environment as well. There's a long list that one can go into, but there's an immediate need for leading minds and people to get together and institutions to get together to put a 10-year roadmap now into place about where we want to go, rather than the kind of incremental route that we're pursuing at the moment.
Doing business in Africa, you can't afford to be without Africa Investor.